Chapter 11. Grief of the Desires. Success, one after the other, improved my confidence level and made me a happier person. I was extremely enthusiastic about my interview as soon as I received a date. My hopes crashed when the consulate rejected my application in minutes. I was shocked. I came home dejected and spent a few days in mourning my loss, but I regained composure. But thankfully, I did not spend much time in my grief and decided to identify my weak areas. Once I had made a list, I started working on it to improve it. After a lot of preparations and prayers, I decided to take my luck at the consulate once again. I was more confident this time. I waited for my turn patiently. My name was called in a while, and I got up to enter the room for the interview. They asked for my academic record this time, which I instantly provided. I thought things would be different, but nothing had changed. The U.S. consulate was still not sure whether I should be going to the U.S., so my visa application was rejected. This time, it pained me even more. Therefore, the dejection period was also longer. I kept on thinking about those people whose applications were accepted. Why was I different? Why were they different? I kept thinking about this for days, but once more I regained strength and decided to work on my application once more. I worked harder this time to ensure that they didn't find anything that could hinder them from granting me the visa. My family was also very concerned for me, as I had abandoned everything. I received a call from the consulate one more time, and I braced myself for my third attempt at this interview. To put it rightly, I went to the consulate with each cell of my body brimming with hope. But only the Almighty could tell why they failed me for the third time. With a long face and drooping shoulders, when I reached home, Amma understood. Salman, don't feel bad. They are testing your consistency. Stubborn brutes, all of them. Don't worry, all will be well. She tried to console my broken heart. I was exhausted, therefore I put my head in her lap and started contemplating my mistakes that I kept repeatedly doing without knowing, while Amma kissed my forehead and continued to curse the officers at the consulate. Time slowed down, and so did my heart. I tried my best every time, and I don't understand why I am unable to make it, I complained to her once. Son, the world is bigger than America. Try for some other country, my dear. She tried to reason with me. No, Amma. Before these attempts, it was just my passion. Now it has become the reason for my existence. If I will be going out of the country, it will be to the USA only, I said stubbornly. Amma listened to my intent quietly. Acha, Salman, tell me one thing. Is it true that people living in the U.S. also call people from Pakistan? And that's easier, she asked. Yes, Amma. If a relative can sponsor, anyone can go to the U.S., I informed her. What is a sponsor? She was puzzled. Oh, my beautiful mother, sponsorship is a document that works as a guarantee to the U.S. government that he or she is responsible for the expense of this person and is also responsible for sending them back on the due date, I told her. Why are you asking, by the way? I was thinking of calling Salahuddin and asking him to take help from Hamid. He lives in the U.S. after all, said my Amma. My eyes sparkled at the mention of a relative in America. I could see hope one more time. It was as if fate was coming to my side finally. Baya called him in the night as per Amma's instructions. I became hopeful one more time, and therefore I decided to gather all the related documents. In a few days, the process was completed. I waited patiently now for the embassy's call. I received the call sooner this time. On the day of the interview, my heart was beating as if it would come out of my chest. I went into the office with much more confidence and appeared for the interview, but the response from the embassy was enough to kill me. They had rejected me once again. This time I was devastated. I had come to terms with the fact that no matter what I did, if it was not destined for me, I was not going to get it at any cost. I had stopped talking to everyone in the family. Son, whatever happens is for our good. It's just that sometimes we cannot understand what's best for us. Amma tried to bring me back to my senses. No amount of words could bring content to my heart. Somewhere inside, the will to fight died this time, and I stopped thinking about going to the U.S. During those days, I got a job at Sony Company, and I busied myself with my work. I did not remember America, but only in the night when everyone had slept, just because work had been making me busy.